It was her favorite doll. She took it everywhere, clutching it tightly in her small hands. The doll did everything with her. It went to school, sleepovers, dinners, and even tagged along for baths. The two were inseparable. She even claimed the first day she became a trainer that she carried around to remember her childhood. The doll might have had a bit odd looking, but it didn't change anything. It was what she liked. It made her doll truly unique. But as the years went on, she found her interest on other dolls. It didn't make just sense, junking the old doll for new ones. Yet, worn and dirty with age, the doll was sent away. It lay in the dumpster surrounded by trash bags and food wrappers. They were not belonged, not at all. Slowly the arms twitched and the fingers crawling into the trash bags. Its eyes were angry red, and the zipper mouth turning into an angry scowl. Banty rose from the dumpster, ready to find the little girl who threw it away. The neighborhood hadn't changed a bit. How long had it been, anyway? Banty sure didn't have been there for too long. It had to find that sweet little girl and cuddled it right back up in her arms. Trash, what a joke. How could someone throw it away? A favorite should not be treated this way. You always kept your favorite. You never tossed it away. The grudge grew stronger as the familiar houses of the block came into view. Her house wasn't far, just a few more to pass by. At last it came to view. The window was open, letting the summer warm breeze pass through. To Banty's disgust, the new dolls littered on the floor of her room. Other Pokemon, all new and fresh, not staying on them, all sat perfectly in a row. Its owner wasn't so little anymore. It had been a few years. Banty floated around to the calendar. Tomorrow was her 10th birthday. She'd be a trainer tomorrow. Banty then slashed its claws through the calendar. A trainer? Not a chance at that. The slashing continued, slitting all of the dolls' throats, stuffing pooled out. The dolls landed on the floor silently. No, this wasn't enough. The girl would get new dolls, and these ones would end up in the dumpster as well. There was a simple solution to that, at least. She barely had a chance to scream, just a whimpered gurgle as the claws tore through flesh, leaving a clean long cut down her neck. The girl would never abandon her dolls again. And that, my little pretties, was The Abandoned Poké Doll, a Poke Pasta, actually, or Pokemon Pasta, whatever you prefer to say it. My final thoughts of this story. I'm gonna definitely say this right now. I almost did not remember this story. Like, no joke. I honestly almost don't remember reading this story. Maybe I might have done it maybe in 2019, but I probably don't remember. I don't think I ever came across this story really much. I really don't know because it's been quite a long time since last came across this story. And this one is called, yeah, The Abandoned Poké Doll. I honestly thought this one was actually a pretty good story, as it's a pretty good Poke Pasta, which basically is about Banty who becomes a doll, but then comes to life and ends up killing the girl who once last, adopted her, well, this doll and played with it and all that. I mean, I'm gonna take this for granted. We all, held on to, our toys, our favorite toy as a child. And as we got older, we end up outgrowing it and move on to different toys and that. And sometimes the toys we once used in our childhood, ends up being forgotten. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this stuff happens pretty often with a lot of toys. So I can understand and see, why this Banty doll would be, to put it bluntly, left behind or something like that. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna definitely sit here and say this now that this story, honestly, to be honest, I honestly thought of this to be quite good. But the one confusing thing I would have to say about this story is how did that Banty doll came to life when it was thrown in the dumpster and killed the girl as well who owned it, as well as, ripping the Poké dolls apart? I mean, Could it be maybe maybe the Pokey doll of Banty could be possessed or something? I'm not really sure, but I have a feeling it must have been a possessed spirit or something, and maybe that's what caused this Banty to go completely insane and nuts all of a sudden. I think that's what it is, but you guys can make up your own theories and thoughts, and maybe you could suggest what could have happened to that doll, because, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on that. I like to hear what your thoughts are on, this Fury. I had a Fury that the doll becomes, possessed and seeks for revenge. That's mainly what I'm getting at. I mean, I'm not sure if the doll is a possessed one or something, but I have a feeling that might have been the case on what caused it to snap when it was left behind or something. I mean, you guys can have your own thoughts. Maybe just say them in the comments below on what you think. I think personally that's what the case is, but I mean, the grammar was pretty good despite the story being short, as well as a good sentence structuring and the storyline. But I really wish there was explanation as to how the Banty doll came to life and, end up getting his or her revenge. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense because it's just a doll. Like, dolls can't really hurt anybody, obviously. I mean, I don't know. It was just very confusing, but maybe the author of the story can maybe state that in the comment section if the author were to see this video. I'm gonna say I've seen plenty of other narrators narrate this story, and I mean, I think I can understand why it's a popular pasta. It's probably why I see a lot of narrations of this story, so it doesn't surprise me. But I'm gonna say right now, it's a good story, and yeah, I don't know who the original author of the story is, so I'm gonna leave it as anonymous for now. If I ever find out who the original author of the story is, I'll be sure to give him or her proper credit. If he, she, or they or them come on this video and see that I narrate the story, state that they're the person who narrate the story, I'll be sure to give them proper credit then. But as of now, I can't really say who narrate the story because I don't know who the author is. So yeah, until then, it's just gonna stay as anonymous for now. Anyways, with that being the case and that being said, like I'm gonna say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that is fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas. This is simply my own personal thoughts, and my final rating of the story is a 9 out of 10. Mainly a 9 out of 10 because I like how the story was. It's a pretty good story for what it is, despite it being short. But the only thing I would have to see and, well, would like to see is how did that Banty doll came to life and all of a sudden started to kill, rip the Pokey dolls, not just that, but kill the girl. I mean, I don't know if it was possessed or not, or I don't know what actually happened there, but maybe the author of the story can maybe state that if he or she were to see this. So as of now, I'm just gonna leave it as anonymous until then. So, anyways, with that being the case, and with that being said, what did you guys think of this story? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better. Leave me what your thoughts are on the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.